Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ya, saya ada padam saya punya video lah. Video saya ada padam. Lepas tu saya nak beritahu apa lah. Yelah, saya dah cuba juga lah menjadi, kita cuba try ikut macam mana sunnah Rasulullah tu kan. Memang berat lah. Kadang-kadang itu baru rasa hujan yang sikit, bukan hujan yang orang cakap yang besar lagi yang pernah Rasulullah SAW ni hadapi. Tapi memang betul lah, bila kita cuba bawa betul-betul yang sunnah Rasulullah SAW dan Nabi Muhammad SAW tu bawa, Allahu Akbar, memang nampak lah. Memang saya pun dah dapat rasa juga. Semenjak belakangan ni kita cuba mengalang sesuatu lah. Kita mengalang apa yang telah berlaku sekarang macam-macam sosial kan. Jadi kita nampak bila kita nak stopkan sesuatu tu bukan mudah. Mana kita faham lah bahawasanya Nabi Muhammad SAW tu masuk masa dia nak bawa agama Islam tu, dia jadi macam masalah sikit lah. Masalah ni ialah ujian. Baru kita faham kenapa orang suka nak masuk Islam, kenapa susah orang nak terima Islam waktu tu. Sedangkan orang Islam sendiri pun yang dah Islam pun, Allahu Akbar, teruk lah. Kadang-kadang dia orang dah ditegur, dah dinasihat, tapi Allah, ujian betul-betul berat. Kita sebenarnya nak tolong, kadang-kadang bukan kita nak rasa kita ni baik, tapi kita nak tolong lah. Kita nak bantu, kita nak bagi dia orang faham keadaan tu elok ke tak elok. Tapi masalahnya kita tahu masalah sekarang, apa yang kita tahu,
saya Justin Bieber baby-nya ternyata ada pesan-pesan satan teman-teman, satan message ya. Oke, backwards. Oke, gue bakal gedein sedikit ya teman-teman. Kalian bakal mendengarnya. And finally kita bakal dengar berubah jadi apa teman-teman yang baby ini. Oh my god, gue merinding coy. Oke. Oh my god. What? Kok bisa gitu coy? Justin Bieber is young leader of illuminati new world order. You can deny the Beatles, really?
Number nine.
No Dope is my life 2003, gua nggak tahu. Oke, Gwen, gua tahu Gwen.
That reverse.
Is what we see. I know if I'm haunting you, you must be haunting me.
Evil. You see inside me. Evil. setan Lucy di dalam dirinya. Lucy itu Lucifer ya guys. Release now. Katanya buka. Oh maksudnya he aroused it. Yang ini paling ngeri nih guys. I wanna die. Dia mau mati. Katanya aku udah mati. Setan itu ada di dunia sekarang. Dia bisa mencium bau setan. What? Guys, stop.
Musik itu ada aliran namanya heavy metal rock. Dia rekamannya itu seringkali mempunyai dua lapis. Ada lapisan yang terdengar oleh telinga dan ada lapisan yang nggak terdengar oleh telinga manusia. Tetapi sebenarnya ada frekuensinya. Sehingga kalau kita bisa bawa ke studio, terus kita pakai alat mixer untuk menseparasikan suara yang frekuensinya bisa didengar sama telinga dengan suara yang frekuensi nggak bisa didengar oleh telinga manusia. Tapi kita kecilin yang frekuensi yang bisa didengar dan kita gedein yang ini, ya kan? Itu ternyata mengandung kata-kata yang mengerikan. Sekarang ini anak-anak muda itu dalam menikmati lagu itu mereka benar-benar ingin fokus sehingga pakai earphone kan. Oh, jadi doktrinasinya tuh makin mantep.
Listen carefully. Raise your hands if you heard that. Quite clear, quite obvious. There's a lot more. Backwards it says, "Here's to my sweet Satan." Did you hear that? Listen carefully. It says, "I want to live it backwards, like the Zepp, whose power is Satan." Did you hear that?
Ternyata hiburan-hiburan sistem Dajjal ini banyak sekali yang mengerikan. Itu yang disebut dengan subliminal messages. Jadi pesan-pesan tersirat. Bukan pesan-pesan yang tersurat terang-terangan, tapi tersirat. Jadi kalau hiburan-hiburan sistem Dajjal ini, kalau kita menikmatinya, tidak tumbuh dalam diri kita zikrullah, mengingat Allah. Tetapi yang terjadi adalah penyakit fiktor, pikiran kotor.
The creative use of art, music, writing, effectively what we call propaganda, the dissemination of information to influence what we call irony.
Ada satu lagi hamba Allah akan datang. Kau tunggu. Dia adalah keturunan iblis. Dia akan sesatkan umat Rasulullah dan berpaling dari Al-Quran.
Siapa yang akan datang dari keturunanmu, wahai jin iblis An-Nabuwah?
Dajjal.
Subhanallah walhamdulillah wa la ilaha illallah wallahu akbar.
Hail Satan.
Hail Satan.
Shemham Farash.
Shemham Farash.
Satanist Rex Church admits that Satanists are using music as a weapon of propaganda to influence youth around the world against Christ in order to establish the Antichrist kingdom on earth. Sadly, hundreds of millions of people of all ages, but especially young people, have fallen prey to Satan's seduction through music.
It's art, music, writing, effectively what we call propaganda, the dissemination of information to influence.
Sesungguhnya yang paling banyak sujud menyembah Dajjal ketika Dajjal masuk ke kota-kota di bumi ini adalah kaum wanita. Mereka yang paling banyak menyembah Dajjal.
First we're gonna play some clips regular, after we'll hear the reverse, okay? This is good, you're gonna be like, what the fuck? Now backwards.
perintahkan ketika kamu dengar Dajjal masuk ke kota-kota kamu, langsung sihirnya menyebar. Saat itu kata Rasulullah, wahai kaum lelaki, carilah anak-anak gadis kamu, selamatkanlah wanita-wanita kamu, karena sesungguhnya yang paling banyak sujud menyembah Dajjal ketika Dajjal masuk ke kota-kota di bumi ini adalah kaum wanita. Mereka yang paling banyak menyembah Dajjal.
That has nothing to do with my prophet. Please just stop it. It doesn't make any sense. That's not the message he sent. That's not what he meant. That's not why he came. So you can claim as much as you want to, but I assure you the man I follow was not the same. See, I know a man who forbade the cutting down of a plant, who even spoke against those who had burnt an ant. So why is it that I simply can't understand how we claim to follow the same man? I mean, I know a man who forbade us from harming the innocent, saying he who does so would not only be prohibited from paradise, but he would not even smell its scent. So please tell me how what you're doing has anything to do with the message that he sent. This is the man who forbade us from even scaring cattle with a knife, saying you have no right to let the animal die twice. And when he was asked for advice, he'd reply, don't get angry, don't get angry, don't get angry, repeating it thrice. See, I know a man who called to patience first, even to those who had treated him the worst. And when he was asked to invoke Allah's wrath, he said, I was not sent to curse, but rather as a mercy to the earth. Matter of fact, the entire universe, meaning everything that was made. See, this is a man whom the clouds would rush to shade, a man to whom the trees would sway and the birds would flock to seek his aid. For they knew he was a man of justice, a man who would never betray, a man who could be trusted even by those who had wanted him slain. See, Anas bin Malik served him for 10 years, and not once had he heard him complain. For he would never get angry for himself, but only for Allah's sake. And he never responded to evil with evil, but rather he pardoned and forgave. For had he been harsh-hearted, the people would have ran away. So what is it that we still don't understand when we claim to follow Islam, yet we fail to follow this man? I mean, I know a man who was so caring and compassionate, who said that there is a reward in serving all things that are animate. In other words, everything that breathes, whether it be the animals, the trees, and every single human being. I mean, if Allah called him Rahmatan lil Alameen, how dare you call him anything else that contravenes? See, this is a man who said that the Muslim was he who is soft, simple, and lenient. A man who taught us himself to be cautious from falling into extremism. See, he was never given two choices except he chose that which was easiest. Not for himself, but for his people and their convenience. See, I know a man who advocated for the freedom of the slaves. A man who taught us that the Muslim is the one from whom the people are safe. Not only from his hands, but even from the words that he says. See, this is a man who would never mock, mimic, nor ridicule, nor would he ever publicly rebuke an individual. This is the man I follow, so forgive me if this sounds unusual. But the man I know was so much more handsome, so beautiful. A man who taught kindness to the neighbors, who taught us to serve others without expecting back any favors, to spread peace to those we know and even to the strangers, to walk with humility and to simply ignore the haters. But nevertheless, I know a man who still taught us to stand up for the oppressed, from the men, women, and children who call out to us in distress. I know a man who taught us to fight for these people, but by no means does this mean we have the right to transgress. For those who oppress have nothing to do with his name. So you can say what you wish to say and continue to defame his name, but at the end of the day, I assure you, The man I follow was not the same. Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam.